So the plan is I put a Twitter post out and asked a handful of people that have never bet on dogs or very rarely bet on dogs, that have some betting experience and that are happy to go on a YouTube video. And Craig is the guy that I've chosen to go through this with. Now, I'm not going to be telling him everything on this initial Zoom call. I'm just going to be talking about the fact that basically I think if I give people a few pointers that I reckon they can pick some winners on the dogs. But it is something that I've thought about doing for a while. I've got a handful of these ideas to where I basically want to put my money where my mouth is on a few things, see how we get on. And yeah, basically it's a bit of fun. It's something that I wanted to find out about and I thought I'd record it in case any of you guys were interested too. Oi, oi, Craig, how you going, mate? You all right?
Hello, mate, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You a bit nervous? Or are you feeling all right?
No, I'm alright, mate.
Good man. Like, I like betting on the ground racing. I'm fairly confident that if someone's got like a bit of a knowledge in sports betting, whether it's horses, football, whatever it is, I'm fairly confident if I gave you a few little pointers that you will be able to pick some winners out. So that's like the long and the short of it. So is that enough to scare you off or are you interested in doing it?
Sounds easy, doesn't it, really, Dave, to be honest? if you're going to point me in the right direction, it can't go wrong, can it?
So I know this will come as a bit of a surprise to you, but the Zoom call went on for some time. I waffled away to Craig with my tips and my advice for how to pick greyhounds. Obviously, it's going to be my money at stake, so I wanted to try and make sure he was as prepared as possible. I then left him alone for the evening and caught up with him the next day.
Oi, oi. So it is the morning after I spoke to Craig. So tonight is One for the Dogs, the big night to test out this little concept that I've got. It was really good speaking to him, to be honest with you. Not that I was expecting anything less, but he was really enthusiastic about getting involved. I think the background in betting full stop massively helped, which is why I thought that was crucial, because he was asking the right sorts of questions about dogs. And yeah, I think we've got a good one. So he'll be sending over the selections this afternoon. I'm then going to reveal the fact that we've got £250 bank balance with Betfair. Well, not with, I put my own money in there for him to bet on. I've just got a little bit of business to attend to that my guy's just done. And then, yeah, we'll see how the results pan out. But I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I'll hopefully get some reactions between the two of us of the results tonight. We'll probably be talking more through WhatsApp than via video. But yeah, fingers crossed for a tricky looking card, we can do all right. Morning, Craig. How you going, mate?
No, you alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for getting those selections over so early in the day as well.
I did about 3 or 4 of them last night before I went to bed.
Nice.
I got a bit of time on my hands, so I thought, yeah, I'll get them done.
Now that you've made the selections, I'll let you know what the idea is going to be from like a betting perspective.
Okay.
So I did mention when I messaged you before that it's not going to cost you anything, and that still stands the same now. So I've got 250 quid in my Betfair exchange account. We'll just back Betfair SP. Of the 250, like any profit that's made, all of it will go to you. So if we manage to get the 250 back and we just draw level, then well, we've had some fun out of it. If we manage to get it up to 300-400 quid, then whatever it is over 250 quid, you can have.
No, it's alright, mate. We'll split it. I wouldn't want to take all the profit myself. We'll just split it down the middle.
No, honestly, I'd like that. Well, we can discuss that after, but hopefully we'll make a few quid. But I'm happy for you to have the money anyway.
So I went away to basically stick the bets on. So £250 was the purse. Obviously that isn't divisible by 13, but he's napped and he's next best at selection, so I thought the simple way to do this would be £17.50 on every dog, and then for the nap it's got £15 more on, so £32.50, and then for the next best it's got another £7.50 on, so a £25 bet. So you can see all the selections up on the screen right now. I'll just quickly skim through them now. We've got Sweet Cheeks in the first, we've got CORRIN Logan in the second, we've got CORTEN Steel in the third, we've got BURGESS HYACINTH in the fourth, LYLOTT Lex, probably said that wrong. Then we've got Classic Bruce, we've got Nighttime Danny, we've got HYACINTH Dream, we've got Call of Annie Auntie, which is the nap of the night for Craig, we've got DROOPYS Barry, we've got Call of Annie Banny, we've got DROOPYS Edition, and then we've got the next best, BURGESS GLENGAR. Now, I did go through the card myself. We talked about the selections and the ones that I fancied in there. Really, a lot of the races I found a bit muddling. Basically, the two that I fancy would have been the tail or the bookends of the card. So Sweet Cheeks, BURGESS GLENGAR, so at least those two are on the book.
The racing's about to start. It is coming up to 6 o'clock, so Racing Post Ground TV will be coming up on the TV now. I just thought it was worth saying before anything happens what maybe my expectations could be for it. I mean, I know now obviously I've got selections, but really there's 13 races going across the card. Just law of probabilities, if we were talking graded racing where everything's got an equal chance, we'd be expected to get at least 2 winners out of it, even if you were just backing trap numbers. With it being open races, there are some dogs in there that have got very little chance, so you probably can round that up a little bit. So the long and the short of it is I'd expect that we'll be getting 4, maybe 5 winners. And then it's just going to be dependent on what sort of prices those winners are as to whether we turn a profit or not. £17.50 was the unit stake. There is a £25 next best and there is a £32.50 nap. But if we just said that there was 4 or 5 winners at £17.50, for example, we were saying they've all gone off at evens, then we're talking sort of 140 quid, aren't we, or 175 quid off a £2.50 layout. So we're looking at not making profit that way, but hopefully off those prices we can get some ones. There are a few that are sort of 3-4 to 1. Obviously betting Betfair SP, I'm expecting that those payouts are going to be that little bit higher than prices than they would be with the normal bookies. So yeah, I'm hopeful that we can get some profit tonight. I'm very happy with Craig's selections. Obviously I've given him the tips and bits towards it, but it doesn't always pan out like this. Like maybe he can go off a tangent and pick something random himself, but I think we've got some good chances. Fingers crossed we'll do okay. He's really excited about the evening, which is the main part of it. I think that greyhound racing itself as a sport is just such a good thing to be involved in. There's nothing better than actually being at the dogs, but this part before where you can look at the cards a couple of days before rather than just picking up the cards on the night, having your bet state before you get there I think is really important. So fingers crossed we get a little bit of luck, and yeah, we'll see how the evening goes. Go on, 5, you win from there. Come on, 5, you should win from there. Where's he gone inside? Get through. Hi-yi! Go on, you 5 dog! Get in there! 1 up! It's so fucking easy. So third race here, we've gone against the Fav in 2. One's a bigger dog. Race to the first bend, but maybe 2 won't. It's out, 2's gone. 1's missed it, so it's pretty much game over. So we're on to the 4th race, I think it is. Craig's got 6. He quite fancies this one. Wasn't a nap on next best, but he's quite strong on it. It does need to ping to get out. Get to the bend. Get to the bend. Go on, Craigie boy, you love it! Get in! 5th race, I think it is. Wide open affair, this one. He's picked 3, which wasn't even on my short list of 4, but there are 4 dogs that are all sub 5 on the exchange. 3's got a bit of trouble. Get to the bend. That's going to get trouble. It's one of them races where it looked like it was going to be a dodgy one, and it's panned out like that. Just got no luck to the first bend there. Trap 5, Craig's gone for. He seems quite sweet on it, to be honest with you. Like it's got to ping, and it's got to hope there's a bit of trouble in behind, I think. It's not out great. It's like literally game over out the boxes. So first heat of the Essex Vars. This is a tasty looking race. 2, if it goes on the bunny, can't get beat. 4 needs a bit of luck in running, but I think he's capable. 2's gone. How's he bend? I mean, 4's got a bit of a pitch. If it can clear 1 into this bend, I think 4's got a chance of picking this up, you know. Come on, Danny, you can pick him up. Like, it's hard to come off the pace at Romford, but how's your luck? How's your gaps? Come on, Danny. He's going to be fucking close. I think he's just got beat. Get in, Danny! Go on! Oi, oi, Dream's gone. Dream's there at the inside. Like, if she does not win from there, I mean, she does need further, to be fair, but if she gets a clear run, she's checked. Get! She's checked up again. It's the problem with having to come from behind and you've got to try and get past. Her heel's clipped a bit there as well. She's going to get checked again. I mean, it's just disappointing because she's like the fastest one in here, but she's just not got there. Biggish leg here. This is Craig's nap of the night. Even money favourite. Lots of the experts on Racing Post Ground TV fancy as well, but it is a race to the first bend, so we'll see how it goes. Hare's approaching. Strapped okay, but 2's got out as well. We'll see how he gets round. See how she goes. Come on then, you stay there 2. Okay, 2 is quite quick and 2's in front, but 4's close enough that, like, if she's good enough, she should pick it up. But it just depends if she's got any track craft. She's run up the behind there, probably lost half a length. I don't think at this point she's going to get past. Where does she go now? She's not smart enough. She's just checked up again. 2's one now. Okay. He's got 2 and then the 1's the fab in here. 1 probably going to get round. There's going to be trouble though, and he's fucked. 5's gone clear. Game over. Okay, so Call of Vanny Banny here in trap 3 is a reserve in trap 5. Like, this is a fairly tidy race again. Although it's 6 bends, you want to see what happens at the bend. Warzone Trom's out. 3's in behind it. No, I mean, now we're going to have to see. 3, the dog that Craig has backed, has gone in second, but it's second behind Warzone Tom, who is very fast. So, like, he's going to struggle to pick him up, but we'll see, because Warzone Tom can be a bit quick at the bends. He's gone 5 or 6 clear, isn't he? Penultimate race of the night. We're on 3 DROOPYS edition, which has to lead, and the way the track's running tonight, it's going to maybe struggle to hold on, but let's see how they go out the boxes. He's not going to get to the bend, so game over, cannot win. Right, we're into the last race. This is Craig's next best, and to be fair, this was one of my 2 selections, so let's see if 2 can beat 1 to the bend. Oh, they're both at about level, but not either of them have come out, so it's done basically. The reality of dog racing, and especially somewhere like Romford, you've got to get out of the traps. So, good evening, Craig. How are you doing, mate? It's a couple of days since the dogs have gone off, so we're recording this on the Sunday. But how are you doing anyway? How's your weekend been?
Yeah, good, Dave. Not too bad, to be fair. It's been all right.
Obviously, we started off quite well on the Friday night. How did you feel, well, especially after the first race when we got the first one in? There was a chance we were going to go through the card, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was started off, you couldn't have got a better start, really. It was, I thought, flipping out, this is going well. There was a point where I think it was 5 or 6 races out where we were sat in a really good position. We were sort of on the borderline of profit, and we had some good chances lined up in them last 5 or 6 races.
That was the only thing with it, because like I didn't want you to feel deflated like towards the end of the evening, but obviously, like you say, being in that good position at the halfway point, going into the Essex Vars, like obviously it's a different game in it when they're going over the 6 bends than it is over 4 bends. Although it's fairly similar at Romford, like get out in front and you're going to win, isn't you? How did you feel like at the end of the night compared to how you felt in the middle? Because I reckon halfway through we were thinking there's going to be a few quid profit. And to be fair, in the end, if I'd have split the stakes, level stakes, and just done £20 rather than us doing the nap and the next best, you would have made £13, which I know sounds like it's nothing, is it? But it still would have been like a 5% return on investment off doing level stakes. So you still did well, but we had some good chances. So did you feel a bit deflated because of the fact we didn't turn over a profit?
It was just that we was that close. We was that close. We was there. We was there. We was in the driving seat. And I for 1 minute, I never thought that we would not get any winners in those last few races. I thought it was sort of now. It was now. I thought we was nailed on for profit, and we was there. We was literally. We was sat on the finishing line, and it was just we just couldn't get over it.
The nap was a hard one to take, I think, as well, because just watching that, only got beat a neck in the end. So a neck away from that going in, that would have been another 70 quid because it was 35 quid going on that.
The TV guys cursed Steve on the racing post. He was cursing on word. He put the curse on, and that was it. We just never recovered from his curse.
But that is the nature of the beast. So do you think? I reckon it was a good experience. We were unfortunate not to make a profit, but that just is what it is. Like, you smashed it, to be fair. Would it be something now going forward you'd feel confident betting on dogs again, or would you want to do it again?
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to do it again, but only sort of big events, like, the sort of competitive stuff and like the higher end sort of stuff. I wouldn't really do like midweek and whatnot. Stuff like it was the Essex bars and whatnot. So it was the stakes were pretty high on the races. Why not? Them sort of events would stand out to me.
I do think with dog racing, you can, like you say, these big competitions, I think you can just dip into it because the form's there, like it's written down, it's in times. It's not quite the same as the horse racing where you have to worry so much about the ground or the going or the trainer form or anything like that. That's why I think it's quite a good one to be able to dip in and out of, know you've got half a chance and probably have confidence to know that you're not going to absolutely do your bollocks. You've got a chance of making a few quid.
That's it. Yeah, it was. It's just reading some of those race cards. You could sort of piece together how some of these races were going to pan out, and it's like you say, we got it right 4 times. But, a couple of them didn't go to plan, but that wasn't just down. I don't think that was really down to form. That was sort of pretty much down to missing the break, getting trouble on the corners. That was it's just a bad luck that we had on the night, but if the luck would have swung our way, we could have been well in the profit, especially from the point where we were sat when we was in the driving seat. A bit of luck would have been a different night for us.